What's up, guys? Today's the 20th of December, 5 days until Christmas. Getting there. It is 18:32 for me.
Let's hope we have the podcast out before then, because
I'll do my best.
yeah, if we can do that, that'd be great. So we could just take the 2 weeks off and not worry about any of this bullshit.
Well, when it comes to how much time will be taken off, we will have an announcement, but we'll bring that up later.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay.
Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. We are unofficially sponsored by Amazon, and as a result of all of this other content, we will be talking about a variety of things after we discuss the fairy tale in Zero chapters. So definitely stay tuned for that.
And then don't forget to use the promo code King is a Simp.
As you can see,
I believe the term. I believe it would be King is a shill, not a simp. Simp is a
sorry,
very
you
different
can't
type
use
of-
simp because Twitch will shut down. All right, you've got to use tier 3
Oh
sub.
shit! Yeah, do you want to talk about
Tier
that?
3
or-
sub. We can drop that later.
No, we can talk about that right now since the chapters are relatively short.
Dude, that it's so funny.
That was so fucking funny, dude. I laughed my ass off when I was
I
like
could not
reading
believe
it
that
on
came
Twitter.
out.
So people get a bit of context to it. The CEO, I think it was the CEO of, or the president of Twitch, announced on a live stream that the word simp, incel, and virgin could no longer be used, or they will result in like a permanent ban or a reprimand of some sort. Then this
So
is...
you can use it when talking in a normal context, but if you use it aimed at anyone.
Well, no, that's the thing. We don't know. They said that, but
No, it's in the TOS. It's in the TOS because they updated the TOS.
okay. And then I know you also can't use the word blind playthrough because you're offending the visually impaired.
How are they gonna
Are you
know?
serious?
How are they going to know?
Yes.
They're not going to be able to see it.
But what do you mean they're not going to be able to see it? They can still hear it.
Bruv, how are they going to hear it? How are they going to get to the stream if they can't see?
There are computers that are accessible for blind people.
Yeah, but what if you're blind? Why are you going to have a computer? How are you
I
gonna
don't
do
know.
it?
Ask them.
You got to set it up and everything. Nah, that's long, bruv. You got to pay extra to set that shit up.
I mean, presumably they have to pay extra for everything. I assume.
See, this is...
I don't know. I just know that Twitch banned the word blind playthrough, so anybody who has that is reprimanded, or they have to remove it after X amount of time because they're trying to be more inclusive or whatever the reason.
Yeah,
was.
apparently it's this whole thing with like protected classes and protected categories, and they've decided to add incels and virgins as one of them because apparently they need the protection.
See, a brilliant meme that I found was stop using anti-Twitch language before virgin use sexant. Simp is tier 3 sub and incel is Twitch staff.
That sounds about right. Not gonna lie to you.
And then
Probably accurate too.
in their TOS, right, there's a whole thing about if you say to a streamer that the only reason they have a sub button or the only reason they haven't lost a sub button is because of sexual favors towards Twitch staff, you can get your account banned for that. It's quite funny how they have to put that into the TOS.
Yeah, it's one of those weird things about laws. It's like you wouldn't have the law if people weren't already doing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the fact that the Twitch is notorious for having that situation. I mean, I know a streamer myself who paid for her sub button and by those means.
Do tell more. Get them
If you
exposed.
want to. It seems like a personal topic that he doesn't want to.
I won't name drop them,
divulge.
but it was... Woke up one day, she had about 12 or 13 viewers. This is before the affiliation situation. So this is before you could get affiliate. She had about 12 viewers. She helped me set up...
That was a while ago, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. She asked me to help her set up a Twitch. This is back when I actually was active on Twitch in terms of moderating. So I helped her set up a Twitch bot. And I then was like, yeah, I'll help you chat. I never actually watched it because her content was absolutely terrible. And one day I said, let me go look at the stream, and she's got a sub button, and she's sitting there with 50 viewers, and I'm like, how? So I don't ask her or anything. I go speak to my friend Hassan, who used to work at Twitch, and he was also confused. So he had to look into it, and the person that had approved of it, he is the same guy who had already had reprimands for favoring certain female streamers, namely Pokimane. What's the other one? The one that dashed her cat. I can't remember her name. The one that threw a cat on stream.
I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
watch Twitch.
But yeah, and then it came out that she had actually sent sexual favors to that guy and got a sub button for that, and he ended up losing his job, but she still got a sub button.
That's hilarious. Not
And
gonna lie,
now, I don't know how many viewers she gets now, but after about a week or two after, I noticed she was sitting at about 150, 200 viewers. It was quite funny.
this is memes. This is memes.
Dude, Twitch is memes.
Twitch has the backing of fucking Bezos and the fucking billions of dollars he has. And they still can't fix their shit. And then there was apparently another controversy where they can't use any copyrighted content because it'll send them to jail or something. So Twitch is shambles right now.
To be fair, they've been a shambles for a long time.
Well, you would think they'd get their shit together after they were bought off by Amazon, but
See, you
that
would think
was a
so,
lie.
but no. Speaking from experience.
Are they getting to you?
We'll find out.
Are we getting a sub button too?
I wouldn't say we are.
Oh, my bad. My bad. He's a one-man crew now.
Oh boy. Wait, why is Belle Delphine trending on?
Yeah, I saw that, but I didn't actually check the trending topics on Twitter. I want to know about that. By the way, I'm eating pizza, just for the record.
Okay, you, man, get started on the chapter. I will find out why she is.
I didn't read the chapter, so I can't. So knock yourself out, Mr. Pizza Man.
Just give me 10 seconds to finish this.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is pretty much a fight chapter. I mean, the beginning starts with Lucy and Taurus taking on the much larger member of Celine's minion group. And evidently this one's power is based on physical strength. She can overpower Taurus as well as Lucy, who is simultaneously using the Taurus star dress. And Taurus, as a result, is basically damaged enough that he goes back to the spirit world. And Lucy just narrowly avoids being cut in half by this kind of karate chop move that cuts down a variety of trees in the background. A different one of...
I have a question.
What's up?
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Why are you recapping the chapter? I thought we were just gonna discuss it.
Oh fuck yeah, you're right. Sorry, I forgot that we don't do the recaps no more. Okay, well, then just let me give me my opinions. Yeah, okay, the fight between Lucy and Taurus and the other opponent, that was fine. I mean, honestly, it's a very typical way for Lucy chapters to start, in that she initially gets beaten down in the beginning, but eventually, she will come back. We've seen this happen before with, like, Sherry on Galuna Island and what's his face, Bixlow in the Fighting Festival arc, and it's happened a bunch of other times too. So I mean, I am sure she'll win somehow by using probably one of the more creative celestial spirits. So that's probably my prediction there. You alluded to it briefly, the controversy between over the scenario that happened to Natsu in particular, whereas like Grace was just the Juvia. What are they called exactly? Apparitions?
Apparition or illusion, whatever you want to call it.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, like the gray part was like fine. Honestly, that made perfect sense. Though I am actually in agreement with the criticism towards what Natsu was hit with. And at the end, there was Urza and Wendy fighting against the other minion and her spiritual arts that take the form of various spiritual entities. I'm not familiar with like if those are based in Japanese culture. I'm not familiar with those, but I'll assume they have some tenuous relationship. But yeah, no, that was fine. I mean, it's kind of similar to the Lucy fight in that they were beaten down here, but I'm sure they'll come back and win the battle in the next couple of chapters. Those are my takes.
So just to recap, you agreed with the concern people had, correct?
Well, I don't know that I should term it concern, but I do think it was an inappropriate addition.
Well, I don't know how to exactly word it besides concern. So, okay.
Yeah, okay.
I get what you're saying. Dav, what did you think of the chapter?
Hakuna's kind of hot. You're echoing again, by the way. But yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll fix that.
She's hot as fuck. She was that for me.
I did want to say I do like her final design. It really gave me Mira Jane's Halphys vibes. I believe it's Halphys, right?
Yeah,
the one that was in
saying.
the anime. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what I thought.
But the chapter itself, I didn't really care for. Like in the slightest. Yeah, I didn't really care for the chapter in the slightest. I mean, the controversial situation. I mean, people weren't complaining when Wendy was practically stripped naked in a fight. Well, her clothes were completely torn against that guy in the early chapters.
Oh, Venom?
Yeah. People weren't complaining then.
I think they were, actually.
Oh, I mean, I didn't see it myself. I mean, if they were, they were. But from what I saw, they weren't.
They were complaining somewhere else, maybe. It's also a different context too, because there's a difference between like battle damage versus like clearly a sexual nature in terms of how a harem is presented.
But like, it's a manga, bro. It ain't that deep. The same people complaining, as someone said on Twitter, the same people who are shipping under minors in another anime.
Shit, wild, bro.
Well, I'm presuming that I know who said that, though I don't know which other anime he's referring to. So I'd love to hear his thoughts about that. Wait, what do you mean?
My Hero has the most
toxic,
degenerate shipping community in okay, so you know my views on shipping, right? Shipping, okay, if you want to ship stuff, cool, right? I personally don't care for it, but now when you go to like other you go to My Hero, right? I love the show, I love the content, and the characters are great, and there are going to be some kind of ships in the future. I haven't read the manga myself, so I don't know, but when I tell you the amount of shipping I see, and the thing, it's not just like Groovia, Nalu kind of levels of shipping where it's just love, right? The shit is fucking predatory, bruv. This shit is fucking flat out, like, how can I? It's just animalistic, sexual.
They got some NTR vibes, basically, is what you're trying to say.
It's fucking, and the characters are like 15, 16, aren't they?
I think they're young.
Yeah, something like that.
I think they're younger, if I'm being honest. Yeah.
Either way, they ain't legal. All right. And
they are not.
Community. Every single My Hero Discord
with. Right?
No, all the characters that are paired by the fandom are not of age.
What do you mean?
They're all underage.
They're all under 18.
Unless you're in Japan, underage people is not illegal.
I mean,
but it is illegal for them to have sexual acts.
I don't believe it is. It depends on which country you live in.
Well, I know in the US it is.
No, in the US it's still considered. It's considered.
It depends on the age difference. Because I know, for example, in Australia, yes, it does. If, for example, in Australia, you can actually, like, if you're under the age of 17, like a 15-year-old and a 16-year-old, that's not illegal. That's actually considered under their laws normal sexual exploration.
You see, in the UK, if you are between 16 and 18, right? Both people, you can do whatever. That's fine.
Right.
But you can't share nude images, I believe. That can't.
Well, yeah, of course, but that's not the same as having a sexual relationship.
A
So that's
16-year-old,
child
a
pornography.
16-year-old
In
having
America,
sex with anything under 16 is statutory rape. A 15-year-old and a 15-year-old having sex, 9 times out of 10, the guy gets done for statutory rape.
that's in America
15
too.
and 15
Yep.
In
in the
in
US.
Yes.
no, in America,
In the
in America, anybody under the age, if the parents want, they could press charges and have them reported as statutory rape, and they'll go on record and not on record, but they'll be in the crime database as rapist.
Well, I think
So,
they have to register as like what's it
sex
called?
offender,
Sex offenders.
offender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that definitely does happen. But like, and granted, I don't know the American law, but it does seem like this is a legal issue that varies from country to country.
Oh no, it definitely is. But general consensus, right? If you take two 15-year-olds, right, and you put them into a ship, that's fine. The moment the ship starts becoming this really fucking animalistic sexual nature, it's weird.
Oh, it's definitely weird as fuck.
That's what the My Hero shipping community is.
And
Yeah,
And a lot of the times,
because I do think it's weird to just like want to focus on that level.
there's a lot of it, and some of it is even random crack ships. Especially, I'm probably gonna get attacked for this, especially when there's the gay crack ships as well. Those ones are like, holy shit.
Yeah, I mean,
those
do exist in every
ones.
fandom. Like, for example, like let me say this: if you're weirded out by this shit, don't look into the Pokemon fandom because that stuff is like next level. And because you can probably imagine why.
Pokemon girls on Google, fam. I don't.
Oh
even
yeah,
dare
no,
that.
don't. Like, fuck, even like Bulbapedia has like a big ass list of like crack shippings, and like you wouldn't believe some of the shit they've got listed, like stuff you wouldn't even think about in your wildest fucking imagination.
That's why I don't go there apart from Pokemon stats.
Pokemon stats are good on their website.
Cerebi
They're very efficient
better.
for that. Especially well, I mean, I don't like Cerebi's interface, to be honest.
That's true. The layout of Cerebi is pretty compared to Bulbapedia. But that is the people who are complaining about Wendy in this chapter are the same people who are doing those minors crack ship sexual relationships with other minors.
I don't. Maybe they are, but like I wouldn't. Like, okay, so for me, like I'm not into the My Hero Academia fandom in that regard, but I am of the opinion that portraying Wendy in that manner was inappropriate. Now you guys know me in so far as like I will.
Oh, you are breathing into a mic, fam.
My bad.
Am I?
No, I think it's me because I gotta mute. I didn't mute my mic. My bad.
No worries. Yeah, no, like I do generally agree that this kind of stuff, when it's aimed around Wendy in this particular scenario, is inappropriate. I don't have any association with that level of the My Hero Academia fandom, but I don't think that those people who are maybe part of both lines of thought should necessarily be invalidating the criticism, because I do think that it is justifiable. I don't know how to say not concerned, but like an inappropriate addition.
Oh, I can agree that it was a bit kind of weird to have Wendy like that.
Just like contextually, it just seems like it seems very arbitrary. Like you can understand Lucy and Lasana and Urza and all that other stuff because there's always been like hints in the background, but like Wendy just feels out of place, and then you factor into the whole thing like her age difference. It's just like you really didn't need this. This doesn't drive home any points.
Yeah, it's just. I don't know.
I understand why you get
Yeah.
upset about the whole My Hero shipping. That stuff does seem weird.
Everyone's just like complaining.
It's a bit hypocritical to be complaining about Wendy, but then at the same time, Lucy and Juvia were underage, and people were okay with sexualizing them before Tartaros happened. So I just find it hypocritical for people to be bitching about, oh my god, we saw Wendy's shoulder, but then the same people are thirsting for more Juvia and Lucy content.
Well, I don't think we know Juvia's age.
Juvia was in the chapters, early chapters where we had the guild card where her age was 17. If I'm not mistaken,
I'm gonna look that up just because I want to be.
Sorcerer Weekly posted the official translations, which were from Kodansha, and posted them as their thing as well. They were both under 18, and people weren't tripping over, thirsting over them.
Let's be real.
But
There's also a difference between relatively like adult
it,
bodies and female and clearly
that's
underage female bodies.
it's still hypocritical though, because Wendy's
I
15.
don't think it's hypocritical.
I think it is. I will disagree there, but I just find it hypocritical for people to be bitching about that shit with Wendy.
Chapter
But
104 for Fairy Tail.
And
But also consider that, like in this context, like okay, yeah, you're right. There was a guild card for Juvia. I'm referring to, but and now, like here's the other thing, like sexualizing her and Natsu, depending on how you go about it. Like if they're both the same age, it's not like we get back to that conversation from earlier about whether or not it's illegal or country to country.
But we don't know Natsu's age. We have never been confirmed his age.
True, but like, would you really? Do you think it's like realistic to make an assumption that he's considerably older or considerably younger?
I would argue he's in his mid-20s, late 20s. So
I would say Gajeel could be, but I wouldn't say that about Natsu.
Just quickly, you get Juvia's age. You get Juvia's age chapter. I posted it 104.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. I would just log into Fairy Tail Wiki to check it too.
Remember, when we saw the backstory, we saw that Gajeel and Natsu were the same age because they were taken at the same age.
They looked to be around the same age, but I feel like if you wanted to argue that Gajeel is older than Natsu, you could make that argument.
We'll agree to disagree there.
Yeah, whatever. That comes down to perspective.
I just found it hypocritical for people to be, oh my god, and then these same people be over here fucking following fan artists who fucking draw underage characters fucking. It's like, cool, bro. Like,
I don't do lemons or any of that stuff. That's a little bit beyond me.
I don't know what the fuck that means. I just know that.
A lemon is like it's a fan fiction that's like sexual in nature, but it's not just like two characters like drunkenly falling into bed together. It's like going straight up like descriptive like sex.
No, I was talking about fan artists, not fan writers.
Oh well, I mean it's the same idea, really.
Okay, no, but yeah, that's my thing. Like, I understand people, the people who think that when they look attractive, y'all need Jesus. Y'all really do, but
yeah, no, we didn't. I wasn't consider talking directly about them, but yeah, no, you guys need to GTFO.
Yeah, see, that's wrong. I'm not saying that's right. I'm just saying it's the same people that were over. I felt like that was a huge overreaction of it. There was this concern with other characters when that was happening with other characters that were underage. And like you said, like I know I'm not trying to put you on blast, but your justification was, well, they look like adults, so they had the adult body. It's like, yeah, but they were still underage. In many countries, if you're underage, it's not.
Well, see, then now we're just jumping into that gray area between morality and legality, and that's this whole other kind of issue.
Yeah, but that was my thing about the whole issue. I was like, I didn't even notice Wendy was in it until people pointed it out, because I wasn't paying attention to Wendy. The fact that some people noticed Wendy first, like, y'all really got it.
That was.
Y'all,
I mean, I don't know about that. Like, notice this, notice that. Like, you look at it, you'll notice it. Like, I pay attention to what I read. That's just how it is. And I know you weren't referring to me in particular, but like in general.
No. See, I posted it on the Discord, and then I had some people.
You know, I don't read Discord.
No,
yeah. So when the chapter got posted, one of the very first few comments was, "Oh look, it's like a horror moment. Oh wait, there's Wendy." Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't even notice when it was in that shit until people pointed it out to me, and I was like, "Wait, what?" And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I don't know. Shit was wild. Shit was very wild time to be a Mashima fan.
Or are you a fan?
I am.
I don't know. Has he done anything other than 100-Year Quest? I'm actually not sure. I've never looked into his history.
Yuta has done a couple of manga. I think he did. No, he didn't do Buster Kill. I think that was someone else. He has done some other shit.
Doctor Prisoner. And then that's all that's on Mel. Let me have a look.
I think that's the only thing. Yeah, I think that's the only thing.
Yeah, I don't see anything else.
But people were when Mashima drew Wendy in that super skimpy outfit, people weren't saying shit.
Which one?
Thank you. You got
Exactly.
my point. You
Well,
got my point.
Yeah, no, I'm actually curious though. Like, because if you're referring to the one from the punishment game, I know people were.
No, not the
I don't even
punishment game.
remember that one.
That was the one where she was with Kana and some bullshit, and then Kana was like,
I was the punishment game because she lost the bet because Urza lost rock paper scissors against Laxus, and then she had to be going. Kind of, then they spent the last 2 pages at the orphanage or whatever it was.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like,
people were fucking furious about that. There was like a 4-panel shot in that chapter where she was wearing like one was like a nurse outfit, one was like a super skimpy rock girl outfit, one was like sexy ninja, and I don't remember what the fuck the other one is. What? It is also one of the OVAs, yeah. But it was an Omake first from like I think 2000 I don't know 14, 15. And then they made it an OVA later. But yeah, no, I was around Fairy Tail Wiki and Twitter at that time. Yeah, no, people were fucking furious about that. People thought it was absolute trash, and I was not hesitant to agree.
I don't know. I feel like, and I'll probably get shit for this. I feel like some of the people whining were just trying to hardcore white knight, like, oh, you can't do that. Try to.
Wait, I'm
not saying everybody.
Me, I know that's fine, but like actually, what I would like to add though is that I think there is definitely a contingent of fans who are like more. I don't want to say pervertible. It's called them deviant in how they approach these kinds of things. And I don't know if you. Well, I'm sure Dav is familiar with Christopher Hitchens. Spidey might be as well. But basically, there's a very great quote that he once said that those who oppose something usually have the greatest need for it or desire for it or something like that. I'm definitely not going to phrase it as well as he did, but let me put it like this way. The example he gave was that every time you hear about some religious preacher thundering on about faggots and all this stuff and all that stuff, next thing you know, you're going to find that guy down on his knees servicing some altar boy, and it's like, damn.
Oh, yeah. It's the whole you're basically
you hide your desire by creating your own hatred for it or something like that
to try and make it so that
I would have to look for his quote because he said it like so perfectly, but like I would have to look for
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, though.
But yeah, no, let's get off this. This is a very deviant topic, so let's get on to something else.
So that was the chapter in a nutshell was fights, and then this one scene, which which was a total of 3 panels, if I'm not mistaken. It was the group picture, and then the group picture when he was pushing him away, and then I think there was another panel, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, there was like Natsu Gray pushed the Juvia thing away. Natsu like evaporated the others with fire, and then Hakone transformed into her ice whatever thing.
Yeah. So yeah, it was very brief, but it still happened, and that was the essential talk of the fandom for however many days, which was kind of insane, if I'm being honest. So besides that, there was nothing else, right? That really happened that chapter?
Not really, no.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, because like Dev said, the chapter was relatively short. It was a bunch of fights, and then King also mentioned that yes, Lucy was overwhelmed. She's bound to come back and figure out how to beat this individual. So yeah, that's it for this chapter. All right, King, what would you rate this chapter?
I don't know. I thought most of it was pretty boring too, to be honest. I didn't necessarily care for it, so just because of that, like, I don't know, 4 or whatever. I don't know. I just don't really care for it. It's just
there. It's just a chapter.
It's very forgettable, honestly. I'm legitimately not going to think about this chapter ever again.
And Dev, what did you think of the chapter? What was your rating?
Same thing, like a 4 or 5. It had no. I mean, it was nice to see the villains and their quote unquote capabilities of what we're gonna have to deal with, but none of it was like, yo, apart from fucking whatever her name is, Hakune looking fucking spicy.
Oh, okay. And yeah, I'm in the same agreement. Um, regardless of the controversy, I didn't care for the chapter. I found it boring. It was just your typical fairy tale fight chapter, which felt more uninspired than anything. So yeah, I'll give it a 4. I'm not, you know what? I'll give it a 4.5. It wasn't abysmal. It wasn't great. Yeah, 4.5 is fine, I guess. But other than that, next chapter comes out this Tuesday, right?
I'm not certain.
29th of December.
Oh, 29th. Yeah, you're right. You're right. All right, King, we're gonna let you go for a little bit, but then we're gonna come back and talk about fun stuff,
Absolutely. I'll see you guys at that point.
which
Cool.
will be like 10, 15 minutes, because
Cool.
yeah. All right, Dev, let us talk Eden Zero.
Do we have to?
Yeah, go ahead and give us the title and the chapter, and then just talk about your overall thoughts on it.
Alright, give me a second. Let me put it back up. I had it and then misplaced it.
You're like, yeah.
Okay, the first chapter is Titanic Victory, Homer being drawn.
There was only one chapter.
You sure?
Yeah, there was only one chapter that released officially.
Nah, fam.
There was a break last week, so there was no chapter last week. Crunchyroll didn't release it.
We didn't talk about. Are you sure?
Yes, I'm positive.
Just because said site has 2 chapters available.
Oh, I think one of them was their translation from the French. We could talk about that one if you want.
I've just read it because it was there. I don't know when shit gets released, bro. I just read it because it's there.
Sure, let's talk about both then.
I don't mind keeping the other one for next time.
Oh, because I didn't read it.
Yeah, we'll keep it for next time. So there's just the one chapter, which is Titanic Victory, chapter 122.
Yeah, buddy.
This one was nice. I liked it, but I didn't like it. I didn't like the content, but the chapter was good. The idea of the one thing that made Hermit hate everyone and hate her life is back now, like we spoke about last time. You can see just how much it's actually affecting her. This is where Mashima's art really shines, because you can see the distraught in her face. And Weiss, once again, being useless.
So you thought he was going to be useful. What a guy.
A man can hope. A man can hope, bruv.
I'm dying of laughter. Not going to lie to you. I'm dying of laughter.
And then seeing the Squad 1 turn up with Mr. Pinocchio looking ass, and then getting fucking crushed by this random guy. Comes out of fucking nowhere. He's not random, but comes out of fucking nowhere. And he's like, this supposedly number 1 squad of the leader of the main villain, right? Just gets fucking booked.
Ziggy's number 1
henchman. This is Poseidon's henchman.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Alright, then the fucking number 1 squad of Poseidon gets fucking squashed in an instant. Like not even like a struggle. Man just dead, gone. And they get put in their little cages, bro. And then we find out that I like the idea that we've now found out that there's actually one above them, the oceans. That was pretty cool. I like that. I'm excited for them because I'm hoping they'll actually not get smacked out in one attack.
Oh, they probably will.
Oh, probably, but that was I liked that because if there wasn't anyone above the squad one, I'd be a bit disappointed. I like this guy's fucking ether where he puts him into a cage. It's a pretty cool one. Makes me think, can you do anything else apart from put people in a fucking cage? It kind of looks like
he would fit in with America right now because they're used to putting people in cages.
What it kind of reminds me of is Brandish's
power, magic power, yeah,
which you can make things smaller, bigger. What it looks like he can do is he puts him in the cage and he can make him smaller like a fucking Pokeball. Dude, so I wonder if there's anything else he can do, but it's pretty cool. And then the fight between Justice, I say fight, it was pretty fucking one-sided. I think this is the first time we've seen Shiki. Let's get into the next chapter, so I won't go anymore. But
no, that's fine. In fact, that I just read the next chapter. That's fine.
Okay, cool. You could read. The start of the fight is cool.
Yeah.
So it's a really nice panel.
So just what's the name of the next chapter, by the way?
The Light of Justice, chapter 123.
There you go, and you could read those that read Eden Zero. One of them is a fan translation, though, so just be aware that the other one is the official Kodansha release.
So that fight, I don't think we've seen Shiki in a one-sided fight where he's getting smacked out.
Dad dicked. He got dad dicked.
Has he been dad dicked in Eden Zero before? Apart from
Ziggy, no.
Apart from Ziggy, I don't think he has. He's always been able to pick a fight.
Yeah. Against Drek and Joe, he kind of struggled a bit, but then came back. But this guy, this
guy fucking destroyed him. You know what I really liked, and I've actually just noticed it. So after he fucking, I assume, goes into his fucking overdrive or whatever his fucking power up is. If anyone out there reads Dragon Ball, you'll know that Toriyama and Toyotaro, who's learning from him, they are notorious and in the Hall of Fame for the way they portray movement in manga, making it very easy to follow, but also very dramatic. It looks like Mashima's kind of taken a page from that, from the way that because you see when he fucking flies at Shiki, he has the white aura.
Yeah.
That reminds me a lot of Dragon Ball. And yeah, it just added so much life to the chapter. Every single time he has a movement, he has that aura that you can follow. Even when he's zipping around all in one, throwing punch after punch. Shiki gets absolutely fucking destroyed. I'm kind of happy he got destroyed. In terms of, because it was nice to see that, because so far we've always just seen Shiki always adapt, which isn't a bad thing. He's always adapted. He's always become better with his ether gear in every fight. He's always shown that he knows how to use his ether gear very effectively. So we've never been in a situation, like I said, we've never been in a situation where he's actually been completely, absolutely annihilated within seconds. Seeing him get absolutely annihilated, it kind of, I think it's going to give him a hit and be like, my man needs to train a bit more. He doesn't train. He
doesn't.
We haven't had any training arcs.
There's been no training whatsoever, we're being honest. He's literally willed himself to victory most of the time.
Mm-hmm. But now we've got Jalal 2.0. Grand Chariot.
I don't even care. I don't care for Justice. Yeah, I'm gonna get shit for this. I don't care for.
I was gonna say I like his design, but then at the same time, it's not his design.
It's really not.
I like his power because I like Jalal's power, so it's just cool to see it again. But it's not anything special because it's not even his. And we cut back to Hermit. Oh my days! I was actually upset because you can just see so much anguish in her face. And again, why is she fucking useless? Why are you growling, bro? Get up, man. Do something. The fact that the guy recognizes Weiss is actually quite interesting. And he brings up that is he a descendant? No, he can't. He was a lifelong bachelor. I wonder if that's going to have any effect on anything.
Maybe.
Timelines and shit and time travel. Because usually if you have a significant change in the timeline.
Or maybe he recognizes him because of Old Weiss.
Maybe. But he does realize that it is actually just the younger version.
Yeah. But he looks surprised to know that there's a younger version when he probably knew him as a younger version of himself.
And then going back to the fucking fight, dude, my man brings out fucking King from Seven Deadly Sins, King's Spear, bro. He's like, Spear of Light, pierce through evil. And I'm not like, this was predictable to me. Elsie coming in. I don't know about you, but I was like,
I kind of expected it, but like I said, this goes back to tying to me that I just don't give a shit about these characters.
See, I like Elsie, but she's not her. It's not her. It is just as a 2.0 mixed with Jalal. I do think though that the Elsie Justice fight will be good. I think it will be a good chapter. I do. It's just Grand Chariot versus Grand Chariot. Heavenly Body Magic versus Heavenly Body Magic.
Yeah, I guess. I again, I'm gonna get shit for this. I don't care for Justice. I don't care for Elsie. I don't care that people ship them. I don't know how you ship them because they haven't had any fucking form of communication besides, oh, I hate her because she killed my family or whatever the fuck. So it's like, cool, they're gonna fight.
Yeah, I get it. I think the fight will be a good fight though.
I don't know. I don't care. I'm happy for the people who like them. I am. Good for you. I don't care for them. I don't care for fucking Skull Fairy. We talked about this before. I don't care for Skull Fairy because it's basically fairy tale in space, and I don't care for that. I don't want that to be a thing. I want 8 and 0 to be its own thing. If Skull Fairy could somehow get killed, annihilated, massacred, murdered, that'd be great. If Justice could just somehow die, that'd be great. Because it's just like, don't. Majin was playing on the fact that people are a fucking simp and stand so hard for Urza and Jalal that he's giving them Justice and Elsie, and it's like, I don't care for it. I'm glad you like it if you like it, but I don't care for it.
Yeah, I can understand that. The chapters themselves weren't bad chapters, but it just wasn't. I don't know. I didn't really care too much for the chapters.
What would your rating be for them?
Titanic Victory, so the first one, I'll probably give it a 6, maybe a 7.
Okay.
Because it wasn't like seeing Hermit's anguish and how well it's portrayed was really good. And then seeing what's her name, the chick that they're healing, Clean.
Yeah, Clean. I was like, the chick with the
her
healing
struggle, as well. And then seeing fucking Pinocchio looking head ass get fucking one shot cracked me up.
See, for me, that's why it's a 7. 7 or an 8. I'll go 7, but
yeah.
And
then getting to see the team's power. So, I mean, the one dude looks like he can just turn massive. The other dude creates fucking man's playing Pokemon Go out here.
You know what it reminded me of? The Shiki Justice quote unquote fight reminded me of Sting versus Natsu. When Sting's like, "Holy Nova," and then Natsu's like, "Bitch, please, bitch, please, bitch, please, stay in your lane. You ain't killing me. You ain't fucking touching me. You're dead."
So, yeah, the chapter wasn't bad. I give it a 6.5, maybe a 7. But it wasn't anything special. What about you?
Yeah, I'll give it a 7 just because. Actually, no, I was gonna give it a 7, but I'm leaning more towards 8 just because that last panel where Shiki and is trying to go up to Justice, and it just reminds me of Natsu versus Sting, where Sting's like all fucking smug about it. Then he sees that Natsu survived, and he's like, "Oh shit." I got it fucked up. Yeah, I'll
Oh
give it a.
man,
I'll give it a. I'll split the difference. I'll give it a 7.5.
the chapter after, story wise, the fight was a pretty good fight. It's just a shame it's not anything. The ether isn't anything new, quote unquote new. That's my only problem with it. The art that I find the art in the fight was really good. Again, I touched on the whole portrayal of movement was really nice. I'd give this chapter probably an 8 just because I enjoyed the fight, and I'm being generous. But it was a predictable chapter. I didn't predict Shiki getting fucked up though. I will admit I didn't predict him getting that addicted, but I did predict that they would fight and then LC would turn up.
I'll give it an 8. I'll give it an 8.
Because if you were to take it away from, if you were to pretend Fairy Tail never existed, this chapter would be good and the powers would be cool. It's just ain't nothing new.
Yeah,
But,
that's a fair point. If it was its own thing, I would be more. Yeah, you're right.
Alright, where's King at? Oh, did you see the thing I put in the chat? That's why Bell was trending.
Hello.
I don't know who. I don't know who that is. So
Bell Delphine's the one that sold up Bathwater.
Oh yeah, no, we saw the picture. Yeah, don't look at it if you don't like that kind of stuff. For the record.
Fucking a mess.
oh, she's
bro.
sucking dick. Okay, that's okay. Hilarious.
And the shit some people do for money.
Dude,
She makes bank, bro.
Oh yeah,
she's-
no, I've read about her income. It's not surprising. I read that she legitimately made millions off that butt fucking bathwater shit.
She's a genius. All right, she's a fucking genius.
Oh, definitely. She
Oh
is
yeah,
taking
I mean, like
advantage
here's the thing
of all
about
these
these
lonely
people who sell
fucks at
themselves for
home.
money. They know what they're doing. They're not unintelligent.
I don't think she's selling herself for money. I think she's selling.
Oh no, I think it's for money.
Or I don't think she's selling herself. I think she's selling the. I don't.
She's selling her
okay.
sexuality.
Yes, there you go.
That's what
Put
it
it
meant.
in words.
Yeah, I didn't mean her legitimate. You know.
I wouldn't put, to be fair, I wouldn't put her past her selling herself either.
Well, who
Being
knows? I mean,
completely
to be
honest here.
fair, I mean, I feel like she wouldn't do that just because the amount that she could get, most guys would probably not be capable of paying that much.
You would be
clearly knows what she's
surprised.
worth.
You would be surprised.
That is true. There are some very wealthy simps out there.
You will be very. I've seen a lot of people. Actually, funny story, right? So I say the other day, it was like a month and a half ago, right? Now, you know Chatterbait. A friend of mine messaged me, he's like, yo, what the fuck is this? So he links it to me, right? So I'm alright. So I open up. This one guy, let me see if I can fucking find how much it was. So this one guy just turned up in her Chatterbait. She wasn't even naked. She was just chilling. She wasn't wearing anything skimpy. She was just wearing regular clothes. And this dude was just like, hey, here's like $50,000.
What the fuck?
Let me fucking find it, right? In total, so he was donating to her. So on Chatterbait, you use like these, it's like bits from Twitch.
Right. Yeah, no, I'm somewhat familiar with its extensive catalog, so to speak.
By the end of the quote unquote stream, right? He had donated her 500,000.
Kidding me?
No.
He's attractive.
Here we go.
It's like, what are you up to?
There's that fucking dude. He tipped. It's a 250,000 token. I think like 2 tokens is $1 or something like that. But that was, and she gets 50% of it. And by the end of it, it was 500,000 that she had donated for what he had. And she wasn't. There we go. Got me making bank.
Hashtag oppression.
The Great Recession is not happening for them.
Oh, this is the same chick.
Like what's coronavirus? I'm working from home now.
Spidey, this is the same chick that I took a screenshot of and posted in as Andrew's girl because she was wearing a Star Wars fucking. She had a Star Wars mask that
That's
she was showing the
hilarious.
viewers.
Shit's wild, bro. Shit is wild. That is.
Holy shit, dude! I just found a fucking profile page of what her costs are. So she, if you give her 13, no, if you give her 32, fucking tokens, she gets the gray lightsaber out. Don't want to know what the fuck she does with that, but Jesus. And then 62 tokens, she unsilences for a minute. The fact that people pay for this is insane.
I'm impressed that people make money off this bullshit. I'm just impressed.
I'm not, just because I know what a weird, sexualized yet sex-starved society
All
the world has become.
72 tokens gets you the Star Wars theme, fam.
Maybe
90
like it plays
tokens.
the theme song in the background.
I assume so. 19 tokens gets you to show her feet. All right, and she would lotion it for an extra 30. Fucking hell, bro. And people pay for this shit.
Anyway, back on topic. So we're gonna talk about what was it? Not games, but shit that was overly hyped and was just a complete mess, right? Shout out to Cyberpunk for helping us out. Think of this topic. So Dev, I'll let you're still looking at Star Wars, so I'll let King start.
Oh, I'm done.
So what's the topic?
So
Just
basically,
stuff that was overhyped and then absolutely fucking failed.
like
Oh.
it completely shit the bed.
I'll be honest, I don't feel like I have had anything that catastrophically bad.
Really, you've never seen or heard of something that
Oh,
was.
I've definitely heard of it from like other people, but for me personally to have experienced it, not really.
Oh, and look at you.
Mr.
I guess I'm just lucky.
By advertising.
What
Well, I
about
mean,
you?
I'm getting my Amazon gift cards, so clearly I haven't been conned yet.
What about you, Dev?
So I'm in the same boat, but one thing that did kind of really annoy me was the hype between with Cyberpunk. I was excited because I wasn't planning on getting the game because I couldn't afford it, but I was planning on watching a lot of the playthroughs and just seeing the shit show that it has come out. On PC, it's not too bad, quote unquote, too bad. There are a lot of glaring problems. There's a lot of funny bugs, but there is too much wrong with it. The fact that in console, old gen consoles, holy shit. My friend was playing it and he sent me some recordings on Snapchat and I was like, yo, that looks like shit, bro.
He should be happy he was able to turn it on and play it because it usually crashes on PS4. Oh, base PS4. PS4 Pro doesn't, but yeah. So you guys have never fucking experienced anything that bad. What about the Justice League movie?
To be fair, Justice League
I didn't really
movie,
have high expectations for that one, to be honest.
me neither.
I did, because I liked Zack Snyder had done, and then we get Joss Whedon's stupid ass giving
Yeah, I
us
didn't
his.
have the expectations.
Yeah.
his
Well, I
reviews
wouldn't
outside
say I was like massively disappointed by this one, but I was very underwhelmed by Age of Ultron, the second Avengers movie. Just because, like, A, I liked Ultron in the comic books. B, they had James Spader doing the voice of Ultron, and I think he's a fantastic actor. I loved him in Boston Legal. I thought he was really good to the extent that I watched him in The Blacklist, and I'm sure he's done great in whatever other stuff he's done. And in general, like, dude, it's the second Avengers movie. I mean, the first one I fucking loved. I mean, I was watching it a couple weeks ago. I think it still holds up really, really well, even though it's been like 8 years. But Age of Ultron, like, I think parts of it are very good, but for the most part, it's honestly just kind of dull.
The movie was so bad.
Well, I mean, I don't feel like it was bad. I just feel like it was dull. Like for an Avengers movie with Ultron and all these other dudes, like, come on, you can do so much better than this. Like the action and effects, they're all fine and stuff, but like it's just not as exciting anymore. Like was during the first movie, but they could have made it really good because you can bring more stuff in, which they did in Infinity War, which because that one was fucking amazing, totally made up for it.
This is why they replaced Joss Whedon because he's the shit.
Now, Joss Whedon has done quite a bit of good stuff in the past. I don't know what's happened in this last couple of years.
After Age of Ultron, the only thing of note that he's done is Justice League, and it was reported on set that he wasn't being appropriate with a lot of the actors. Both.
Yeah, no, there was a recent investigation that just concluded. Yeah, no, you're right about that, but that's what I'm saying. Like these last couple of years, I don't know what's happened to him. Because like prior to this, like he did the first Avengers movie, and that was awesome. And he did like a bunch of other TV shows before he was doing the movies. And it's like, well, what happened along the way?
He got an ego. He got an ego. Yeah, he fucked up. But no, yeah, because so the idea of the topic was cyberpunk because, oh my god, it's so bad. The company lost over $1 billion in stock because of the post-release shenanigans that were happening. Can you imagine losing $1 billion over one game?
And not slowly either. It was
so right quick. Away. It was a clip.
It was within like 24 to 48 hours.
Yep. And then Sony saying, you know what? Everybody gets a refund if they want it, and we're removing the game from the store. That was like, holy shit.
That was definitely the cherry on the top for that situation.
And the Xbox even said they're starting to offer refunds. I don't know if they're going to do the same thing Sony's doing, because it'd be weird if you're offering refunds, but people could still buy the game because they could essentially pass the game and then, be like, oh, I want my refund. But shit was wild. All right. Well, that's it. But, King, you want to make that announcement?
I have an announcement.
Well, you said at the beginning of the podcast you were going to talk about it at the end.
I thought we were all going to... It's not really an announcement. It's kind of just a plan. Like, we haven't officially decided anything yet. We have to still have a finalizing conversation about it.
This is very true, but you want to mention it to the people or no?
Yeah, basically, guys, on New Year's Eve, the current plan is that Spidey, Dav, and I are going to get really drunk and do a Twitch stream. Basically, we're just going to get smashed and say a lot of inappropriate things on Twitch, probably get ourselves banned, possibly get somebody in trouble, and I don't know. Hopefully, like, Spider-Man doesn't take off his clothes or nothing, but I think it will otherwise be interesting.
Hello? What?
I don't fucking know. That's one of the things.
I don't have a webcam anyway, so we can't even do that when we wanted to. But we'll still do it live, I think. I think that'll be funny. We just need to...
We could just get King to send us... We could just get King to send us his Amazon show cards, and we'll get...
I want to show you guys my cards.
So he could get a cam, so you could do your fucking thing.
What's the thing?
Well, you said
I was talking about you. I was talking about you taking your shit off.
Nah, nigga. Nah, motherfucker, nah. Forget it. I'm out.
Okay.
But yeah, we're gonna figure it out, get it done, be done with it.
Cool. Yeah, we'll Spidey will, once we talk about it, Spidey will make posts in the group chats of, well, what do you call it, the servers, like the sub-servers, the channels?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Spidey will make it. Yeah, it shows how much I actually use Discord, right? So yes, but once we finalize our decisions, Spidey will make announcements in the various channels that are relevant, so people can come by our stream. We don't know who's
Fuck
going
yeah,
to be
every
there.
channel.
Like I'm presuming like I might be there for a couple hours. Maybe Spider-Man or Dav will host the whole thing, and the rest of us will chime in and out depending on the situation. I don't know. We will discuss that at the time.
We'll figure
we
it
hope
out.
you guys have fun. Again, we reminder that this is actually this is more of an announcement, but also kind of an update. We are starting the Fairy Tale Wiki Twitter talks again. So if you are somebody who posts, like art and stuff on Twitter, spam your stuff out. We will, and if I like your stuff, we will find you and we will kill you. No, I'm
Basically,
kidding.
Well then.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I was
Just-
just quoting Liam Neeson, but apparently I don't think anyone would get the reference. But we will
I
find
know
you.
because he says it more menacingly. You just said it.
Yeah,
like,
no, that's I said it so casually. But
Oh,
yeah, no, we will.
speaking of Liam Neeson, did you guys see The Mandalorian? Did you guys see that shit?
No,
No.
but what does he have to do with the Mandalorian?
You guys are dead to me. Never mind, forget it.
Bro,
I don't have Disney Plus.
And what fucking...
I don't have Disney Plus, but yeah, no, put your artwork out there, and if we like it, we will find you and possibly contact you for an interview over Discord.
Possibly. Just
Yeah,
post,
possibly. It depends, because like it'll be like last time. I'm only planning on like 12 episodes.
just post a lot of Eclair content for the man, and he'll get you.
Yes, definitely do that.
All right, motherfuckers.
Taurus, what?
Sorry,
What?
I didn't hear that.
Ah, that's fine. That's fine.
Great, yeah, lots of Eclair content. I don't know who else I'd
Taurus.
be into. Did you just say fucking Taurus?
No?
Yes, you did.
Maybe.
All right.
Okay, guys, that's enough of Dav's ramblings for the day.
All right, guys. So yeah, check it out. Oh, we'll post the stuff later. Yeah. Peace out.
Peace.
Later.